Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm just altering the shirt real quick. Well, I had black thread. Okay. And my sound works. That's good. Two lives in 2 days. What will y'all ever do? I have my door open too, so if it gets like crazy outside, I can go shut it. Hey, Yvonne. Happy Sunday. You finished cleaning up? Hey, Linda. All right. I got my fabric for a hoodie for Cat Dad. He may wear it. I don't know. We'll see. I think our hoodie weather for him is pretty much done. So we're going to find out, I guess. If not, he'll have it for the winter. Okay. So I have my pocket pieces and my hood. And I'm going to need the cover stitch. I didn't switch the thread. Whoops. I've got my 2 sleeves. And my bottom band. And my cuffs. I've got the back. And then the center. And then my 2 sides, which allows us to create the pocket. So he's back at Lowe's. If you were with me last night, he went to Lowe's and he came in. I was still live. Anyway, he has these 300-gallon totes that he got that he's turning into like rain barrels for the garden. So he's been going to Lowe's to get fittings, and I guess he didn't get whatever it was that he either thought he was getting or decided to do it differently. I'm not sure. So and I finished right before this the last of my templates for my rhinestone class at the summit. So all of my kits are ready to go. So I'm going to make dinner after my live, and then I'll probably come back out and work on finishing my sidekick from last night. The exterior is done. I just have to do the lining. Okay. I'm live. Yeah. I know. I need to get another roll because it is really pretty. I wonder if the pearl will... I think there's more colors coming. Maybe I need to go back and watch Lauren's release video for Tuesday. I'm also obsessed with the Luxe vinyl. And I have covered up my snips somewhere. There they are. Hey, Sean. Happy Sunday. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get Cat Dad to take a modeled photo like me and Em do. Should be interesting anyway. Okay. I should totally top stitch this with pink thread. I'm not going to, but it would be funny. So he would wear it. He wouldn't care. He would not care in the least. Okay, that will be ready for top stitching when I change my thread. Stitch my cuffs together. Hey, Kathy. This fabric is a sweatshirt fleece from Amanda's Bundles, and the inside of it is so stinking soft. Like, it feels like I'm petting a rabbit. I got the black and the purple, and I used the purple on a hoodie for me. So, Kathy, I get to see you in less than 2 weeks. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm excited too. I'm even more excited now that I have finished my kits. No, the girls are not coming. I'm actually coming by myself. Yours are finished. I know. I'll have to plan better, I guess, next time. Chloe's missed way too many days of school. She got sick with the flu and she missed like an entire week. I'm hoping to maybe be able to bring them and come to maybe Brittany's class, or I need to look. I can't remember when Rhea and Lauren's class is. I know it's in August, but I don't know what weekend. Okay. Cuffs are sewn. So now this band, oh my gosh, for the bottom, it was so big. I was like, holy moly. Um, Hi, Marlena. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. What you can't see is on the other side of my desk is a chair, and Macaroni is asleep in the chair, and she was going to jump on him. But they don't get along, so it would have been a cat fight. A cat fight for sure. they've already been chasing each other. Kathy, you'll just have to plan a trip to come see me in Alabama this summer. And we can sew all the clothes. And I believe winter is finally over for Alabama. So looks like we'll be planting a garden probably tomorrow. Yeah, I am, because that is where I work, Madison. Oh, look out. All right, band done. Okay, clip the center. Road trip, yes. That one was already in the center. All right, time to do these pockets. Can't do anything else till I do them. All right. Right sides together, place pocket on the center. Okay. I got a rogue piece of fabric there. There we go. I hope Cat Dad likes his hoodie, because I love mine. This is the Hudson hoodie from Made for Mermaids. And I did one for myself on a live already. I don't remember. Oh, it was the one that I did, the different grays, because I ran out, and I used scraps of the Lips sweater fabric. Hey, Ellen. Cat Dad just got home. Let me throw some more clips in the floor. I made my marks on the right side of the fabric in the seam allowance, and they're not in the right spot, obvious. Well, they're in the right spot. I just can't see them. I use paper patterns. I don't have a projector. I probably should get one, but I don't have one. All right. It is clipped together. Now I'm going to spin around over here to the sewing machine so I can sew the straight lines and hope that it cooperates with me today. I was using it the other day and it worked just fine, so I don't know. On that one live, it just gave me fits, but ever since then, it's been fine. Okay. Okay. I guess you'll look at the back of my head for a minute. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. All right. It worked fine today too. I don't know. It was just giving me fits the other day. I need to get a bigger foot for it, like a regular foot. But I made my zip up jacket using it, and it was fun. So anyway, okay. Scissors. It says to snip on the line through both layers of fabric up to the stitches. Okay. And then we're going to flip our pocket. So it will look like that. Well, there we go. And then now this will lay where we made those snips, and then that creates the edge of our pocket. Cute. Hi, Nikki. I really want to take some vinyl, since it's black. I can't sublimate it, but I really want to put Cat Dad on the front of it. But he would probably not be thrilled. It was so funny because I posted in a group a picture of his totes that he got for his rain barrels. And I called him Cat Dad, and somebody said, "Ooh, like big cats." And I'm like, because I called him Cat Dad, I was like, no, I call him Cat Dad because we have 8 cats, and he says he's anti-cat. But then this is him every day, and I posted a picture of him laid in the bed with cheese wrapped in a blanket laying on him. It is hilarious. And he has taught Cheese. Yeah, Nikki, I was saying vinyl, HTV. Maybe I'll make him one that says, Cheese is adorable. He has taught Cheese. Like there's these TikTok videos of cats, like mama cats calling their kittens, and he has one of them saved on his phone, and he will lay on the bed and he will play that TikTok, and Cheese will come running and like headbutt him in the chin until he pets him every time he plays it. So it's hilarious. Okay, now we're going to take our other pocket piece, and let me find my markings. Okay. And we're going to attach it. I used 2 different fabrics for the pocket. I don't think he'll care. So, but I just clip the top of the pocket to that little notch, and then this notch should line up with the mark, and then this should line up with the bottom. I think. on top of, oh no, right sides together. What am I doing? There we go. Place second pocket piece on top of the center front piece, lining up the top and bottom raw edges of the pocket. Yep. Stitch the pocket together. Wait. Did I? Oh. Did I do this wrong or something? I didn't think I did. Flip the pocket to the wrong side. The wrong side of the pocket will now be facing the wrong side of the center front. And it is. The tabs should be wrong sides together. They are. Okay. I can't stitch the top of the pocket if it's, let me, okay, yeah, I was doing it right the first time. Oh my goodness. Nikki, are you taking a break from moving things? I bet it does. We haven't had any storm. Well, we had the tornadoes the day after Cat Dad. No, the weekend after Cat Dad and I put up the gutters, and we didn't have any issues. I think that was last weekend. And then the other day, it wasn't actually storming, like raining or anything. It was just winds, and all those winds got trees, and that's what caused all the trees fell on power lines, and people were out of power for hours, including Miss. Okay, there we go. Now I got it right. So I am going to fold that top out of the way so that I can clip across here, because we're going to stitch the top of the pocket closed. Moving both industrials tonight. Oof. Hi, Beth. I'm sorry you're having to work, but it's almost over. Get that money. Esteemed pro tax expert. Yeah, my mom still doesn't have power. She lost power the same time we did, and she still doesn't have power. Um, there's a tree down on the power lines next door to her. Okay. I don't sew nearly enough for Cat Dad like I should. I excuse me. I made him a shirt, and I have this book, and I have pages in here where I have written like the date and the measurements. And I was looking back at it, and I saw where I took his measurements, and it was in 2020. So the shirt that I made him that he wore out is now 5 years old. And he still wears it. And it's the only one I've ever made him. I need to make him some more because he loves it. Okay, so now I'm going to sew the bottom. Just to tack it together. Okay. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to clip that right there so it'll stay up. But this is now what we have. And I've got a raw edge right here that'll get stitched in our side, but now we have a pocket. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna put the side panels on. So I need to lay this way, and then I need a side panel. It's gonna go right sides together. And clip at the top. And then clip at the bottom. And here comes Emmy Lou. What you doing? Knitting. Well, no, baby, I'm not done yet.
Can I do the thingy that you bought me and Chloe?
The thingy that I asked you to put up? No, because you can't do that by yourself.
Look at this screen if you can take me and Camden Kaido.
You poor mistreated thing. You poor mistreated thing. Can you what? Why don't you go over there and see if Emmett wants to play? I can't text while I'm live, baby. Oh, yeah. Do you now?
But I want to take Camden. I want to take Camden. But I don't know Camden with his dad or not.
I don't either, baby. Okay. Got one side panel on. I'm going to clip the other one on. Is Macaroni still laying in the chair?
Mm-hmm.
I promise she's not mistreated. She's been begging to go swimming already. And I'm like, baby, you cannot go swimming. It is too cold in that pool still.
Mommy, can I go see if Emmett wants to play?
Yes. Okay. Ooh. Garbage clip. If they hurt my fingers when I squeeze them, they go in the garbage. And then I got to remember, do not stitch the pocket. I did that on mine, I remember. But luckily, I was able to pick it out. And restitch it because I had I didn't cut it. I just caught it in the threads. Last clip. Yay. Okay. I can put those over there. And now I am ready to sew each side. Okay. Here we go. Sewing our sides. Get up there. There we go. trying to peek and make sure. Yep. I can feel it. Back so soon? Oh. Okay, well, just hang on a minute. All right. One side done. And I did not stitch the pocket. Look at me. Oh, but I do need to go in closer. Okay. I feel like I remember that now. I think that's why. Let's see. Hey, Gail. Okay. Let's see. Making sure to keep my pocket out of the way. Okay. Let's see if that's any better. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Pocket. Sneaky pocket. Okay. You don't have to put the pockets in it, but I feel like if it's a hoodie, it should have a pocket. Making sure to get closer this time. That way I don't have to go back and do a second. Hey, Rory. You're right on time to see all the fun. There we go. There we go. All right. It's a yay! Hey, it's the Korean dream. My life is complete now. I have the esteemed tax expert. All right. So I think the rest of the steps are pretty straightforward after this. Lay it right sides together with our back. Gonna sew the shoulders, add our sleeves, sew the sides. Oh, Rhea, I love it. Microsoft thinks you're Korean. One side done. I did something right because these pieces match up. All right. We have a front and a back. Sleeve time. Okay, and I marked the fronts on my sleeves. So this is a front and this is a front. So it goes this way. And that is my, I also mark my centers. Go me. It does look, it feels comfy, Rhea. It's the fleecy side, like this inside, is so soft. It's almost like petting a bunny rabbit. At least that's what it reminds me of anyway. But I am a sucker for soft and cozy fabrics. The fuzzy blankets. I had to bust out my heating pad night before last. Cat Dad's about to freeze me to death. The temperature is dropping down at night, but we have the AC on. It's not running though, but then it makes it cooler in the house. And there's no heat on, but apparently he thinks I'm trying to smoke him out or something. He says I keep it too hot, and I'm like, I don't. I keep it comfortable. It gets a little bit warmer outside. It won't be a problem because he'll spend all day outside, and then he'll be happy for it to be warmer in the house because it'll still be cooler than it was outside. All right. Here we go. Hey, Jay. Enjoy. I'm just stitching. All right. One sleeve attached. Now I can come over to the other side. And if I cut these correctly, this should be the front, and it is. Go me. Centers. Okay. Hey, Rachel. What you learning how to do? Make a hoodie? Or something specific that I just did? Because I will teach you all my secrets. Debating what to make today. Ooh. I'm going to finish my sidekick later, and then I'm going to print out the Pisces pack and get it put together and cut out. Because, or at least print the pattern and cut the pattern out. Get it, Rhea? The Pisces is going to be, with the saddlebag add-on, is going to be Brittany's Patreon sew along for April. And I don't know when she's going live to cut it out, but I know we're sewing it after the summit. So I want to have mine cut and ready to go so that I can sew along. And I want to have my pattern ready so I can cut it when she goes live. Okay, here we go. Attaching the other sleeve. I'm sure whatever you decide, Rhea, will be fabulous. Oh, Rachel, you're in the right place. This is like my 4th or 5th hoodie. You could easily say I am a hoodie addict. I made like 3 or 4 for myself. This one is for Cat Dad, aka my husband. And typically when I make one for myself, I make matching ones for my youngest, because she still thinks it's cool to match with mom. Today I'm using the Hudson hoodie from Made for Mermaids. They have a bundle on their website. You can get the all 3, men's, women's, and children's sizing, or you can get them individually. I already had the women's, and I bought the men's a couple weeks ago. But I didn't do this one live. Well, if I can get it off the chair. This one is the Summit Peak from Pattern Niche. But it's a zip up option. Sorry for smacking the microphone. But I've done this one a few times on the channel. So I'm really happy with how it came out. But there it is. So, yeah. So I've done the Hudson, and then I've done the, yes, I like the color blocking too, Roy. I've done the Hudson, men's and women's, and then I did the Summit Peak a couple times, and then I did the Tammy Revolution hoodie. No, the jacket is Pattern Niche. Used to be New Horizons. Kathy, I'll let you try it on when we're at the summit. Okay, so now I've got both of my sleeves attached, so I'm going to start at the cuff and put them right sides together. And then we're going to sew all the way down. I'm going to match up my armpit. And then come all the way down to the waist. We'll have something that actually resembles a shirt. Kathy, if you like it, you'll have to cut one out because Kathy Caudill wants to go live together and make one. I sent her the pattern this morning. Or, well, the link to the pattern. So, you could sew along with us. I need to message her and be like, hey, you know we're only an hour apart, right? Like, you could just come over and we can sew these together. I think we're like an hour and a half, but still. This one is double brush poly, but I've made one out of French terry. I haven't made one out of cotton lycra yet. I don't think. Yes, I did. Yeah. Double brush poly and French terry are my favorite. But I also am really liking this sweatshirt fleece that I'm using right now too. I got some black cotton jersey, so I think I'm gonna make Cat Dad a couple shirts. One side down, other side. Here we go. I got my door open. I may have to come out of this sweater because it's getting warm in here. Oof. Okay. Next summit, I'll have to do a demo on like cutting and grading patterns for clothing. That would be a good one that would get the clothing makers as, but not have to have sergers. I know, but I talked to Lauren because I know she wanted to keep it kind of focused on bag making, but that'd be a good demo. Okay, it's inside out, but here it is. So now I've got to add the bottom band, the cuff bands, and then we'll add the hood. And then it'll be done. I'll have to put black thread in the cover stitch to finish the hood. Why am I folding that down? I don't need to fold that down. Cuff. Okay, I'm just sticking the cuff inside the opening. And I'm going to match up my seams. And clip it. And then the rest of it should just fall into place. There we go. Let's sew a cuff. Get out of the way. The static always seems to get me. The esteemed tax expert must have gotten a call. Okay, what did I do with my... Oh, look at that. I put it back where it goes. What are the odds? Okay. One cuff down. I'll switch to the other one. Oh, I'm wearing a blanket in my lap, basically. That's why I'm getting warm. I'm like, what is going on? That's why. It is warm outside, though. Okay, come on and lay flat. There we go. Someone is mowing their lawn. Okay. One more cuff. And then it's the band. All right. Cuffs on. Bottom band. Okay, so let's find the center front and put a clip and find the center back. Let's see. Okay. We'll clip that. All right. So I'm going to take my band and I'm going to match my seam at the center back and clip. And then I'm going to come over and make sure that I keep it untwisted to my center clip and match it with the center front and clip it. Then I can take and get my quarter mark, which is halfway between the center front and the center back. And that clip matches up with the side seam. And do that for the other side, which is gonna be this clip, I think. Yep. And then now you have smaller sections to work with. And you can usually kind of shake it out and make it. The band is slightly smaller than the opening at the bottom. And by sectioning it this way, you can keep it from being like too puckered or wrinkled in any one place. Okay. So, and then move on to the next section. And I usually just, like I said, shake it, kind of lay it out. And I can usually kind of make it lay about where I want it. And then transfer some of the clips over. And next section. Let's see, that looks pretty good. Lining up those edges. Ooh, that one got me. Oh, that one's broke too. Cat Dad would laugh at me if he saw that, because we'll be laying in bed watching TV, and something will scare me, and I'll jump, and he'll be like, "Where are you going?" They were not glitter clips, Rhea. Although I did break a glitter clip the other day. Another one. Made me so sad. Are you making anything fun for dinner, Rhea? Not tonight. All right, I have it all clipped on. I know, Rhea. It's gonna be here before you know it. Okay. And then I always like to start at the seam. No. And then you leave Saturday. Oh my goodness. I hope Budapest is amazing. Cat Dad's on the phone. He's showing off the garden plants to our friends in Canada. All right. Band on. Look at that. That's a lot. Whew, it's so fluffy. Okay, what'd I do with my thread? There it is. There we go. All right. Now it's hood attaching time. Okay. Oh, wait. I think I need to actually hem the hood first, because I think it crosses in the front. So let's skip forward and see. Okay. Yes. So let me grab the thread. And then snips. I can get the cover stitch changed out real quick. I feel like it's easier to switch out the threads on than the serger, but it could just be me. I don't know. Okay. One down, 2 to go. Okay. One more. Got it. All right. Some power would probably be helpful. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. All right, now get back up under there. Yes. Uh-oh. What did you do? Okay. Now we're in business. I could go take a nap. I could also eat some Taco Bell. I'm making dinner though. I found a recipe for some Philly cheesesteak roll-ups. It's almost a keto recipe, I think. It looked really good. And it looked like something Cat Dad would enjoy. So I've been spoiling him a little bit. So, and I'm not opposed to anything with cheese. I need to go by Aldi and see if they have any more of these hot wings that we've been eating from there. They are maple bourbon, and they are so good. But they were, there we go. Ooh, turkey legs from the Renaissance Fair. Fun. Okay. Let's see. Can y'all hear that? Because if you can, I'll go close the door. Can't be getting reported for music. I mean, I don't mind it, but gotta follow the rules. It may not be loud enough to pick up. Nope. Okay. I am notoriously bad about keeping consistent hymns. And since this is on a hood, I figured I should fold it over and clip it. And we'll see how I do. You don't hear it? Okay. So. All right. Here it goes. Wow. Maybe I should clip them more often. Okay. Yes, this is the cover stitch. You could accomplish the same thing with a twin needle on a regular domestic if you didn't have one, or you could zigzag. I used to do that for years before getting the cover stitch. So but this looks really good. I'm a little bit impressed with myself. Look at that. And then on the outside, it just looks like 2 rows of stitching. Isn't that nice? This is what I normally achieve. Which is fine. But, you know. Dang. Okay. All right. Where's my little ruler? So I'm going to measure. There is a measurement in the pattern. I'm going to fold over. I'm going to match up the bottom right here and clip that in place. So when you're looking at the hood, it has a little bit of a fold over right there. And then if you pinch your seam, you can find the center of the front where you crossed it over, which is pretty much obviously halfway in between. Hey, Wendy, welcome. So now I'm gonna find my center back on my neck and my center front. And put clips. And then the one with the pocket is the front. So I'm going to stick the hood down inside. And then the clips for the centers on the front, match those up. Oh yeah, and we can find our center sleeve, which is not our seam of our shoulder. There we go. And we can do the same thing on the hood by matching up the center fronts and backs. Wendy, what are you working on today? Anything exciting? All right, So now I can match up the clips. Spicy Korean carrots. Sounds interesting. I don't eat carrots. Or at least I don't eat cooked carrots. And I imagine those are cooked. Oh, you had to go out in the world today? Sorry. Okay. These are not cooked. Okay, well, if they're crunchy, I can do it. Cat Dad says I have some strange eating preference. Two things he doesn't eat, and that's that I know of, and that is grapefruit and gummy candy. Yes, it was a table saw. He's cutting gutter pieces, I think. That's what it looks like anyway. Hey, Amy. Okay. Lurk away, friend. Lurk away. You can see me being a hot mess, talking to myself. I usually pretty much have the same group of chatters, but my channel is growing. I think I'm up to 330 something. Well, hey, Mango. Come here. Want to say hi? Come on. I'll have to tell Brittany that you made it to my live. It's your Mango. How's my handsome boy? What you doing? He's purring. They're saying hi to you, Mango. He always looks pissed off. Don't you? He has like the RBF. Like anytime I try to take a picture with him, he just looks mad. Don't you? Oh, what is it? Okay, get down. We have 3 cats with food names. I think 3. No, we have 4. Because we have Mango and then macaroni and cheese and Oreo. And I don't know, does Frito count as a food name? Frito definitely counts. Okay, well then we're at 5. And then there's Marlena and Porter and oh, do you like that? He's making biscuits. Cocoa and latte. I love it. Okay. Let me sew it and then you can make biscuits. Yeah, macaroni drools. And he makes air biscuits too. I mean, like macaroni will make like a slobber puddle on you if you're not careful. Hey, can we not walk on the keyboard? Thank you. Oh my gosh. All of our cats are fixed except for Oreo. Hey, Brittany, come here, Mango. Mango's here. Come here, baby. I was just talking about you because Mango decided to join us. Yeah. You want to look at the camera? Okay. You want to get in your spot? I'll scooch up and you can get in your spot. There you go. How was the birthday party? That's why we do it, right? Oof, that was loud. Okay, that was the last step. It's done. Oh. Turn it out. And check her out. Oh my gosh. There it is. It looks like it's going to be too big. Can y'all still hear me? Hoodies can't be too big. Oh. but it has an awesome pocket. His it is very comfy. So I guess if he hates it, I'll keep it for myself, and then I can put something cat on it. Oh yeah, it's totally your color, Rory. This sweatshirt fleece is so soft on the inside. It was a good choice. So anyway, that is all. It's done. Hopefully I can get him to like at least put it on and I can get like a fancy photo of him wearing it. So have a great afternoon. And I'll see you guys all later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.